Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to react to this Piers Morgan interview with the TikTok prankster Mizzy. And first thing I saw when I found out he was on Piers Morgan was, oh no, why are we giving this kid any more attention? And you know, he's managed to garner a huge following on TikTok due to his pranks, some of which include just walking into people's houses with his friends. He was arrested recently and charged. And apparently, you know, he avoided prison time, but he was ordered to pay some fines and he's not allowed to film anybody without their consent. So essentially, it's kind of ending his TikTok career, which I think to someone like him is probably more of a punishment. But we shall see what he says.
This week, a social media prankster named Mizzy has generated headlines and abject outrage for so-called pranks, which mostly involve just terrorizing innocent bystanders.
Get into random houses, let's go.
James, come to the principal right now, please.
James.
Hello. You got a nice dog.
Big gang, whole lot of gang shit. Get outside.
I'm perfectly fine. You're gonna die. Serious question, you're gonna die.
Well, as public anger grew this week, London's Met Police announced they were looking for Mizzy, real name Bakari Bronzagaro. The law caught up with him, and today he was fined £365 and given a criminal behaviour order, which is supposed to ban him from posting to social media without the written permission of the people in his videos. You might think that's not much of a punishment or much of a deterrent. But what does he think? Well, fresh from the courtroom, he's here now. All right, well, good evening to you.
Hello, Piers. Long time no see.
What do you mean, long time no see?
Last time I hopped on your thing with my friend.
Oh, that's right, you appeared in the background, didn't you? When we were digging into it,
mate.
Okay, well, I'm not your mate. What I am is an interviewer who I'm curious about what has been motivating you to terrorise the people around where you live. Why do it?
I wouldn't really call it terrorising, I would just call it more having fun. But let's get this out of the way first. I apologise. You see this situation that blew up on the internet, the walking into random houses? The next day, I apologised to the woman because I felt bad, innit? Like, deeper than social media. Like, it went deeper than social media. That's why I didn't record it. She recorded me apologising to her. I told her sorry, and she explained that she was terrified because her children were in the house. And I understood it.
What were you doing in the house?
What was I doing in the house? I don't know. It was a stupid video. Like, I got peer pressured to say it. I don't want to say it like in that way, but...
Well, somebody else's fault.
I'm not blaming it on no one else.
I mean, you break into a house with a woman and a husband and two young kids.
I went into the house on my own accord.
No, I'm just saying.
This would not happen in America. If you value your life, I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, you went through their door, right? But it's not your house. You're not supposed to be in there.
Oh, no shit.
You are causing a lot of alarm to that poor woman and to her children who are in the house. You then terrorise this poor elderly woman and take her dog away and traumatise her.
So the story about that... Hang on. Let me speak.
I'm going to tell you.
Let me talk about that situation.
No, for the viewers who... No, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
For the viewers who don't know what you've done,
hold up.
I'm going to tell them.
Hold up.
No, you hold on.
TV right now.
No, you can hold on.
Right now.
I'm explaining. I'm explaining.
They already know what's been happening.
Don't just keep talking like an idiot. Right? Don't. Let me finish what the viewers don't know you did.
This is embarrassing.
You go up and you do these things. You take a dog from an elderly woman. You leapfrog over the top of an Orthodox Jewish man standing at the side of the road minding his own business. You go up to women in the street and say, do you want to die?
It wasn't a woman, it was a man. And she even
There were also women that you did this to.
There was maybe a woman there, but I only say it to the man.
Right. You shouldn't be saying it to anybody.
Fair enough. But
why, in the name of so-called prankster humour, why cause so much alarm and distress to so many people?
People are willing to do anything to become famous these days because they've seen people become successful at it. And the boundaries are being pushed further and further. It's very scary. And at some point, someone's going to do something that they're not going to be able to recover from.
You get your kicks out of doing that?
Not necessarily, but you could say that this
Obviously
whole public outroar just makes me laugh because people are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. And that's how I see it as.
What do you mean?
People are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. Everyone acts like they have this persona like they don't care, social media is a facade, this, that and the other. But when me comes out and does the mad thing, everyone has something to say.
It's not a mad thing.
It's the mad thing. It's the mad thing. You already said it was the mad thing.
No, it's not mad. It's moronic. It's the kind of thing anybody could do, and you do it for kicks, and you do it for clicks, and you get your little moment on TikTok, and presumably your peer group that you referenced earlier, they all think, good on you, Mizzy, this is hilarious. Meanwhile, some poor woman thinks you've stolen her dog and is traumatised. Another woman has her 2 kids, and you're bursting into their house uninvited.
All right.
Like you're jumping on Jewish people.
See, I was
right, who
jumping
are
on
already
Jewish people. Hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute, no, stop.
You did.
Cool, it was a Jewish person, cool. But there was a trend going around on TikTok.
And obviously, this was an Orthodox Jew, so they were dressed in their traditional clothing, and you knew this was a Jewish person. Just saying.
300. I've done this to numerous people, black people, white people, Asian, any types of people. I don't discriminate. So don't stop saying Orthodox Jewish person like I only targeted him and it was only him that I went for.
Why are you targeting anybody in that manner?
What do you mean, why am I targeting anyone? It was a trend. It was a trend. I just done it for a trend.
What's the trend? What's the trend?
300, jump over someone at the time of the beat.
However much you scare them.
However much you scare them.
Or even if you push them into a car.
No, that didn't happen though, because I saw.
It didn't happen by chance.
It didn't happen, but it didn't happen.
A lot of the stuff that you do could have consequences far more serious. But you don't care, do you? As long as you get a laugh.
I have remorse. I have remorse for all of these things.
You don't have any remorse.
What do you mean I don't have any remorse? How are you telling me?
You have no remorse.
Are you in my life? Do you live in my life?
Huh?
Are you there for my pranks? Have you been there?
Why is his parents allowing him to come on TV and make a bigger fool of himself? He shouldn't be on this show acting like this. This is embarrassing for him.
What's your life? Tell me.
You tell me my life.
Presumably,
are you about, my life. Presumably,
you're about to tell me the sob story, are you? What's the sob story?
There's no sob story.
Well, go on then. What's so bad about your life that makes you do this?
My whole life, innit? I just do it for fun. On or off camera, I do my thing.
Tell me about your life. What justifies this? What's happened to you that makes you think you're justified in doing this?
What do you mean tell me about my life?
Well, you said you know nothing about your life. Tell me about your life.
Because you're trying to get onto me because I'm black. Because I guarantee.
Because you're black.
Person, yeah, I guarantee. If
I don't give a damn about your skin colour.
Really? Oh, here we go.
No. Why would I care what colour your skin is?
Gosh.
I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot too.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled to.
Yeah. So are you. So
this show's called.
I want to say, right, we've taught the kids that this whole notion, if you criticise a black person, it's because you're a racist. We've taught that to our kids, and now kids are running with this narrative. So, congratulations. This is the message you're teaching children, that they can use their, children of color. You can use they can use their skin color as a barrier, as a shield to evade all forms of criticism. This is what we have taught our children with this foolishness. And I'm not just talking about black people, people of color. I'm talking about white liberals too, who condone this nonsense. They don't want to be accused of being racist. They want a virtual signal. And, if you really wanted people to do better, you wouldn't condone their behavior just because of their skin color. You wouldn't.
Uncensored. I think you're an idiot for what you've been doing. Okay. I also think you're an idiot for playing the race card when no one's mentioned your skin colour.
Really? Okay, you don't have to mention it to...
I don't care about your skin colour, Mizzy. I care about the fact that you've been terrorising all these people for a sustained period of time. I also care about the fact you've only got a tiny fine today, no deterrent to you whatsoever. You don't show any real remorse. You don't really care, do you?
The UK laws are weak, simple as. And that's the UK laws are weak, simple as, and that's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Yeah, people know that. People who engage in these sort of activities, who break the law, who go around doing what they want, they know that the laws are weak. Same thing here in the US, in a lot of these liberal-run states, in these cities, these blue states with these liberal-run cities, soft on crime, and, the lawbreakers are well aware of that.
Like in America...
What do your family make of what you've been doing?
What did my family make? Well, I don't chat to my mum anymore. And
why not?
Why not? Because I just don't talk to her. It's irrelevant to you, but I just don't chat to her, innit? And what else? My sisters are calm, but obviously they don't fully commend what I do, but...
Do any of your family condemn what you do?
No, of course not. Obviously...
They think it's all perfectly normal?
No, there's certain videos that they'll be like, no, you can't be doing that. Especially just walking into the random houses one. Certainly not. But that was more of a spur of the moment thing. I just got egged on and my ego got a hold of me. And I realised that at that moment, and that's why I went to apologise the next day, after it all blew up out of proportion, and I felt bad, personally.
I don't think you felt bad.
Okay, well, you...
Most people's worst nightmares is a home invasion. That's most people's worst nightmares. That's why people will make sure they're armed here. They've got home security and, you know, Second Amendment. They make sure they got what they need in their house because this is a huge fear of people. So I can imagine they walked in, you know, a number of kids walked into the house and their young children are downstairs. You could hear the fear in her voice. So, okay, he apologized. So I'm glad to hear that. But obviously that doesn't change what he put this family through needlessly, just for social media clicks. And he's sitting on here today saying it's because I'm black or whatever nonsense he's saying, justifying his behavior.
I think you felt bad.
You can say that. I'm telling you.
I think you felt bad.
No, see, you're interrupting me. Why are you interrupting me? I'm talking. I'm talking.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm talking.
Carry on being an idiot.
Okay, we are siding the districts every time.
I'm actually not going to call you Mizzy because it's obviously a stage. I'll call you Bakari Bronze, right?
All right.
Bakari Bronze, let's try and talk to each other as human beings.
All right, Piers.
All right? Yeah, I'm trying to understand why there's no real remorse here. Why do you not...
You can tell he loves it. He loves being on this show. He's getting all this attention. He's in his element. And I hate to say it, but this is a reward. It really is. Now, I'm not saying that Piers is wrong or anything like that. He's invited him on the show. But, you know, you can tell he's in his element.
Understand
what do you mean why there's no
consequences of your
I
actions
went to go apologise off social media. I could have recorded that apology and that would have been another viral video, whether it's hate or whatever. Literally, hate brings money, hate brings likes, hate brings views. It doesn't matter. Love or hate, it still brings views.
Why do you prefer to do the hateful stuff?
Anything for views.
It's not like I prefer to do the hateful stuff. It's just like it's easier to do the hateful stuff.
You get more clicks.
Obviously, I don't think it's fun, but you're a funny person.
You do think it's funny?
You're a funny person.
You do. I've seen the videos. You do think it's just really funny.
At the time, I think it's funny. My fan base thinks it's funny, and it's we outside, innit? It's a movement. But
what's the
deep
movement? What's the movement?
Deep down, being free and not letting anyone tell you nothing. That's why I can do all of this stuff. I'm the most hated person on the internet right now.
No, you're not. Most people don't know who you are.
Okay then, whatever you say, innit? Whatever you say.
Most people watching this will have never heard of you and care
whatever you
even
say,
less.
well, now they are. You just brought it to me. Now they are.
They'll just look at the way you're behaving now and they'll think, yeah, he's a complete moron.
All right, and you're a complete moron. You keep cutting me, interrupting me when I'm trying to talk.
Because you keep talking in this animated manner, trying to stop me asking you any questions. And then you say, is it because I'm black? As if somehow it's about a racial thing.
He's going back to the race card. Why are you going back to that? I said that once.
No, you mentioned it.
I mentioned it once.
I've never once mentioned your skin colour.
All right, cool. Go on.
I don't care what colour you are.
All right.
If you were white, I'd have exactly the same view about your moronic behaviour.
All right.
But I'm curious, who in your family is there to tell you this is wrong?
Why do you need to go to my family? I'm my own person, so talk about me.
Because you don't...
No.
Because you don't...
Talk about me, not my family.
Yes, but here's the problem.
What's the problem?
You are clearly a product of your upbringing.
No, I'm not. I'm my own person. I've always been my own person.
I didn't hear him mention anything about father. He talks about his mother and sisters. So, I mean, that in itself says a lot. Perhaps the situation would be different if he had a relationship with his father. I'm assuming, because he didn't mention his father. It's really sad.
You've had no one to tell you this is wrong.
Of course, people have told me it's wrong. Family, friends, everyone's told me it's wrong.
Who's told you it's wrong?
What do you mean? My own mother told me it's wrong. There's been situations between me and my mum where I
Right, so your mother doesn't like what you're doing.
Of course, yeah.
So why don't you stop doing it?
Because
my mother told me to stop doing something.
Okay, and that's your mother. You listen to your mother. You listen to somebody else. I'm my own person. I'm legally an adult now, so I can do what I want.
What are you going to do now?
What am I going to do now? Twitter, Mizzy is banned, and I'm going to be on Twitch. Yeah, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, IRL streams, gaming streams. My Twitch is Mizzy is live if you want to get at that. But yeah.
And do you want to try and come up with a sincere apology or not?
No, I don't need to come up with no sincere apology. I already have my own remorse, and I already.
You don't have any remorse, do you?
What do you mean? Okay, then whatever you.
To you, it's all a bit.
The thing that kids need to understand is this is an image that you're creating for yourself, and when social media clicks is no longer generating enough money, then what are you going to do? You want to go and get a job somewhere. This is going to be your resume. So I think kids need to understand that, because social media likes and fame, that's not going to be there forever. Especially if you're making money off being a prankster. Now, I don't know how much money he made. I'm assuming, you know, he made some money from TikTok. But how much, I have no idea. And whether it's enough to live off, I don't know. But when that dries up, then what? At least if he had come on here shown a bit of remorse and shown that he had learned, you know, from the whole situation and why what he did was wrong, then maybe when he approaches an employer in the future, they would have remembered that. But he's come on here and basically made a bigger fool of himself. It's just not gonna help. It's just not gonna help him in the long run. You're gonna be young for only so long. All of us were young at one point, and you know, we're teenagers at one point. But he's not thinking of his future. He's not thinking of the image he's creating of himself. Where is he gonna go from here? They think about, how am I gonna get the most clicks? How am I gonna get the most likes? But that's not gonna translate into a career in the future for most.
Bit of a jape. And if you steal some old woman's dog, it's all a bit of fun. If you jump on a Jewish man, it's all a bit of fun. If you run into people's houses with young kids and terrorise them, it's all a bit of fun.
But what I'm saying to you
nothing
is,
really matters.
What
right?
I'm saying to you is, there's been plans to change up everything, and you're just no help in it. You just talk your own thing. You have your own set morals, and so that's you.
No, it's not about morality. I just
Okay,
think,
cool. Whatever you say, I was still talking. You interrupt me again, Piers.
Okay,
Piers Morgan, why'd you keep interrupting me?
Let me tell you,
bro?
we're going to put both of ourselves out of this misery, and we'll just end it there, because
Yeah, I
you
think
are,
you should end it,
as I said at the
because,
start,
like,
you're just a complete moron.
And so are you.
So until you
just
stop
talk
being a moron,
over people, bro.
you will be
You just
treated
talk
like a
over
moron.
people, bro.
You are Mizzy,
The man didn't really
the
know.
moron. For the
Boxing
record,
match
he
in
wasn't paid
August.
for this,
Boxing match in
obviously.
August.
I feel like
outside.
paying viewers, actually, if I just put up with it.
Next stop, Dr. Phil, and he can be the next bad baby.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
I mean, that's basically set the precedent for this nonsense, because we're rewarding our kids for behaving badly, and they've caught on to that. So we'll see where he goes from here. I predict probably Dr. Phil. Maybe he can like branch over into the US, and you know, let's see where it goes from there. But I hope the kids learn. I don't hold much hope. Obviously, he's not a reflection on all of his generation. And I think we need to come away from this. Anytime you criticize a black person, you know, it's racism. We need to come away from that. We need to stop teaching that to our children, because this is the result of that. So let me know what you think. Did you watch that, and what did you think? Were you able to sit through that? Because I'm doing it for you guys, okay? So thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. God willing, I will see you in the next video.